So we got our first major title update of College Football 25. There's a lot of stuff we need to go over. Now, I do want to give a shout out to Devin School for being a part of the Noti Gang. If you guys want a chance to check out the next video, drop a like in the vid. Make sure you guys are subbed to the channel. Notification bell on, comment down below. Noti Gang. Also, you guys have until this upcoming Monday to use one of the new 4 NFL Week 1 discount specials available on Underdog. I personally really like the Jonathan Taylor. And there are also 4 other discount specials available only today, though. You have a couple of hours to use these. Don't miss out. Oh, and by the way, we also have NFL football today. We have NFL preseason. If you want to get on the picks, they're live in the app. And if you guys check out Underdog Fantasy right now using code Zirk, you'll get up to $250 in bonus funds, a 0.5 new user special, and only when you guys sign up using code Zirk will you also get the Dak Prescott 0.5 passing yard special. All right, guys, so let's get into this title update. Now, by the way, this title update is already live in the game right now. The update went out this morning, so yeah, if you have not already downloaded it, make sure you guys go ahead and do so. But this is, of course, going to be a pretty big title update. Starting off, gameplay. So as you can see, they included 8 new shotgun formations to a total of 35 teams. A bunch of new formations, tuning and logic enhancements to pursuit angles. Now, I'll tell you guys right now, I have not played a game yet, okay, since the title update just went live. Obviously, some of you guys watched the video. Maybe you have at this point. If you have, please comment down below and let me know, because obviously there's going to be a lot of stuff in here about gameplay, and I want your guys' opinion on what you think about it. After that, they did introduce new behavior that farther differentiates players with the higher pursuit angles versus lower pursuit angles, okay? Dev note, we'll monitor feedback how this change impacts gameplay, and based on results can make further adjustments in a future title update. Next up, reduced frequency of broken tackles from trailing defenders. That one I'm really interested in because it basically seemed like if you tried to chase somebody down, 95% of the time you were going to break the tackle. Fixed various instances of rare broken play bugs. Fixed an issue where certain formations had offensive players lined too wide when on the near or far hash. Fixed an issue where you could not use 4-2-5 or 3-3-5 formations in a custom playbook. Fixed an issue where single back formations would be assigned the wrong name when creating a custom playbook. Fixed an issue where spiking the ball in online modes was not working as part of the turbo tempo system. Fixed an issue so a speed option running back will no longer follow or will follow the QB longer. Adjusted AI QB behavior on shot plays to make more lob throws versus bullet passes. Adjusted AI QB behavior to be less aggressive based on awareness. Okay. Adjusted AR offensive line behavior resulting in less illegal man downfield penalties during RPO style plays. Dev note here for best chances at success. Make sure you press the icon of which receiver you want to throw to before the running back receives the ball. Adjusted the DB's ability to more effectively shed blocks on the perimeter. Okay, that's obviously going to be really big for a couple different plays, but also one thing in particular that you're going to see that kind of help with is Wildcat, which they did kind of talk about Wildcat a little bit in here too. Increase the speed penalty for running out of stamina during the play. QB scrambles behind the line of scrimmage will lose stamina at a faster rate. Fix an exploit where players would leave a QB-contained player unblocked and run around them. Dev note, we will make farther improvements to QB contain. I'd love to see that because QB contain just doesn't work in this game right now. So we'll take a look at that. Increase the reward players receive for shading inside or outside correctly in man coverage versus passing routes. Adjusted false start chances when you make pre-play adjustments late in the play clock. So is that a good thing or a bad thing there? I felt like when you were running like pretty late in the play clock, almost every single time I was getting a false start. Fix an issue where run-fit defenders were not responding as effectively to Wildcat run play. So right there, number one, run-fit, and also right here, DBs shedding on the blocks on the perimeter. That also is going to help versus Wildcat. Makes an adjustment to the Wildcat unbalanced motion zone play. Now, I do want to let you guys know, I personally run Arizona offense. Now, they said they made adjustments to it to make it less effective. It's completely gone from my playbook. So if you run Arizona offense, Wildcat, motion zone, it's literally not even in the playbook anymore. Reduce the effectiveness of multiple laterals in a single play. Adjust the thresholds required to receive the most effective juke and spin moves. Okay, adjusted press animation to be more of an effective counter to the takeoff ability, which, by the way, for those of you guys that run, like Judkins and everything, we're going to get to that in a little bit here. If you run Judkins in, like, the head-to-head, like the play now mode, whatever, the Road to the College Football Playoffs, Apparently, he got a bit of a nerf. In terms of Ultimate Team, Judkins is still going to be RB1. Don't worry about that. Updated pass protection mechanic to only include the running back in protection if they are already on a block or block and release assignment. Abilities. Updated the coloring of platinum tier abilities to further distinct the look versus silver. They now are like purple. Rebalanced the gold and platinum tiers of the juke and spin abilities like 360 and sidestep. There it is right there, basically. Yeah, Judkins, if you just run with Ohio State a lot, he's not as good now, still really good. Rebalance the platinum tier of the extender ability, which includes not firing on QB designed run plays, and slightly rebalance the effectiveness of the gold and platinum tiers of the quick jump ability. Additionally, made adjustments to the tier levels found on the Texas front seven. Dynasty, a lot of stuff for Dynasty. Fixed news hero players are unable to have more than 20 creative coaches at one time. Various fixes around score summaries and box scores. Various fixes for news stories. Introduced new playoff bracket screen. Updated Texas and Oklahoma rivalry data. This one's actually hilarious. Discovered that the FCS teams were secretly using professional players and passing them off as collegiate players. Gave them sanctions and ensured they are now using properly rated players. Those of you guys that don't know, basically people were complaining that the FCS teams in college football were just way too good. I gotta say, them adding that in there is absolutely hilarious. Of course, you wanted to create a new dynasty right there for that to go into effect, though. Fixed initial wear and tear did not recover for FCS teams, resulting in a high number of FCS team injuries during gameplay. Reduced dynamic attendance penalties for playing FCS teams. Increased dynamic attendance in rivalry games. Retuned toughest places to play formula to reduce the impact that large stadiums have on toughest places to play, and increase the value of filling the stadium and winning games at home historically. Reduce the impact of raw crowd size, impact of historical win rate got increased, and the increased impact of attendance rate as well. Updated the right-hand panel and stadium atmosphere grid on my school screen to accurately reflect the toughest place to play at all times. They also increased the accumulation of pride stickers, particularly for defensive players and offensive linemen, reduced the chance to transfer portal penalty for players rated below 90 overall, updated the coach talents on Wyoming offensive coordinator, dev note for the change going into effect, need to create a new dynasty, defense schemes and playbooks for the following teams have been updated, and again, you need to create a new dynasty. A lot of teams with some new playbook changes right there. We also have updating your coach's playbook in the schemes and playbook screen will now update your team scheme and should be reflected in team needs. Fix an issue where offensive linemen would appear in preseason Heisman Watch in future seasons. Updated the Heisman Watch logic to reduce the value of receiving TDs. Some big stuff here for recruiting. Our primary goals to this update were to remove most of the recruiting strategies that were discovered during early access and to smooth out the pain points our players were reporting. Recruiting is a delicate balance as we want to try to make things as realistic as possible while also allowing players to live out their football fantasies. With that in mind, we decided to introduce additional recruiting logic and balance changes. Fix an issue where teams were pursuing too many quarterbacks in high school recruiting, reduce the number of unrecruited 4 and 5 stars early in the season, and increase the number of players that AI will pursue at one time. The above changes strive to decrease the number of players that go unrecruited until late in the cycle, while also slightly reducing how aggressive the AI could be with those recruits once they start to recruit them. Our goal is to deliver a fun but balanced recruiting experience that feels rewarding to all players. We will monitor the impact these changes have on the overall recruiting experience and continue to adjust as needed. They also changed a lot of stuff for visits, fix an issue where you cannot schedule visits for recruits in certain situations. They also fix an issue where a visit remains scheduled even if a recruit was removed from the board. Fix an issue where the allowed number of visits scheduled for a week to exceed 4. Tune visit influence effects. They remove the initial influence when scheduling a visit, increase disparity between winning and losing a game during a visit, tune the logic for game stakes to better account for ranked teams, increase the penalty for choosing a visit activity that the team does not have a high grade in or the player is not interested in. Super Sim, they increase the handoff rate for simulated RPOs to increase the number of running plays across the country, especially for teams with a lot of RPOs in their playbook. Various tuning fixes to increase the gap between good and bad team players, increase the loss penalty for schools with more than one loss, increase the weighing of conference prestige in the poll calculations, reduce the variance in college football poll logic versus media and coaches, custom conference, custom schedules. We'll continue to monitor the feedback about that. Fix an issue in conference rules where divisions were changed to off, even if those divisions were previously turned on. Fix an issue where the independence tab disappeared when removing all teams from independence. They addressed UI issues around conference title games, addressed UI issues around dynasty team select, and then also updated text in the team header on the custom schedule screen. Road to Glory, a lot of stuff for Road to Glory too. You guys see right here, additional NIL scenario and NIL content, stuff for crashes. They reworked wear and tear UI, fixed an issue where meter mental progress is not tracked. Feel free to pause the video right here if you guys want to read over all that. And then we get into some Ultimate Team stuff. There is a lot of stuff in here, actually. Generating your best lineup no longer changes your equipped visuals and playbook. Player portraits will no longer appear on non-player items after filtering or sorting. Fixed a crash that occurred during kickoff at halftime playing Champs. Attributes on the front of a player item should update correctly after a player item has been upgraded. Fix an issue that was occurring when highlighting the renamed team tile on the Ultimate Team hub. Fix an issue with squads 3v3 prevented 2 users from being able to connect to the game. Fix an issue with the orientation pack that was preventing new users from being able to upgrade their lineup and progress the orientation field pass. I've heard about that. Fix an issue on the player profile screen that prevented users from being able to transition within the profile selections. Remove the green gavel icon that appeared on own items placed on the auction house. Fixed crash with house rules. Player items displayed on the new item screen no longer appear transparent when not highlighted. When viewing challenge details on the yardage marker is now displayed with the conditions. On the lineup screen, names of players and the backup slots contributing to chemistry should range in scale when highlighting a chemistry boost. Should change in scale. Improve UI around attributes that are receiving chemistry boost when viewing the attributes tab of the item detail screen. Fix an issue that was causing long load transitions on the new item screen during the first time user experience. The difficulty star for challenges now displays correctly. Fix an issue that's causing users to error out of the main hub when trying to access the auction house. Conference filters should work correctly. And then also fix stability issues for entering Ultimate Team for the first time. So they didn't mention anything about player friend. I feel like that was pretty big there, and yeah, nothing. Some pretty cool presentation stuff. They also added a bunch of new uniform pieces. They adjusted uniform pieces for the 2024 season. Various improvements made the team's uniform piece for authenticity. Updates made to stadiums as well. A lot of cool stuff. Fix an issue where the USC mascot would disappear during the opening ceremony. Okay. Fix an issue where the incorrect mascot would appear during different situations. And restored opening chance for Penn State, FSU, and Tennessee on Xbox Series S. As for Road to College Football Playoffs, they did some tier rebalancing and reconstruction, changing the format from 3 tiers to 25. So I think the biggest things for me that they didn't talk about is Player Friend and College Ultimate Team and Scum Kicks. They did not mention anything about Scum Kicks in terms of gameplay, but interested to see exactly what's going to happen with the broken tackles, spinning and juking, Wildcat, changes made to Wildcat, and then also some new playbook stuff there, and also the pursuit angles, right? We got to see what's going on with the pursuit angles. So with that being said, guys, I hope you did enjoy the video, and if you did, make sure to drop a like in the video, and of course hit that sub button down below. Definitely a pretty big update. Obviously, there's still a lot of stuff that is going to be worked on, but I mean, hey, that came out pretty quickly, and they definitely addressed a lot of stuff. We'll see if it works. And if you guys enjoyed this video, check out these.